Hello, good evening, boa noite, bem-vindo, welcome everybody. I'm Siriguejo here from the Capoeira Social Project. This is really part 2.5, okay, or night 2.5. We had some technical difficulties with our last guest, Pedro. Contra Mestre Pedro, sorry. Now we're waiting on Amarelo to show up. He should be here in a minute. But before then, I just want to talk to you a little bit about Capoeira Social Project. Okay, we're a small nonprofit out of Baltimore, Maryland, with some services in Belo Horizonte, which is the capital of Minas Gerais and Brazil. Okay, we are a performing martial and visual arts organization, and based all through the lens of capoeira. We'll be starting with an after-school program in the fall in Baltimore that will include all of these things. So just real quick, while we're waiting here, I'm going to jump over and use some of our awesome editing skills here. All right, let's see. Boom. Okay. So I have to come over here for y'all to see it. But here's some of the stuff we work on in our visual arts program. Paper mache, because Carnival is really big. Though most people don't wear masks that they make anymore. It was a big tradition for Mardi Gras, right? Even now in New Orleans, you can find a lot of Mardi Gras masks. It's not huge here in Brazil, but it is something that does exist. So we're going to teach kids that. And there's some excellent uses for it also in making berimbau's. Of course, basket weaving, which can either make bowl or cachixis and some other things. Screen printing, because we've always been a DIY organization. So these are some shirts we made back in the day. Luckily, we won a grant for some screen printing equipment, so we'll be even more professional in the near future. Similarly, we recently won a grant for wood staining, painting, and pyrography tools. So here's my first attempts of learning how to use pyrography pen to make some Caribe's art. Okay, and then there's some other stuff we'll talk about as we go. Oh, my man, he showed up. We're ready. Are you ready, Amarelo, for me to bring you into the studio?
What's up, Siri? Justin, how are you? Good
What's
night.
going on, Danilo?
Good
How are you
evening.
tonight, man?
I'm here, man.
Excellent.
Let's
I'm
talk.
glad.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just a little bit nervous, man, because I don't speak English for so many time, but I'll try.
No problem, man. I'm sure you'll be great, especially since to start, all you have to do is talk about yourself, man. I don't know if you caught the first video I did a couple weeks back, but I told my origin story of how I started capoeira and how it was involved in hardcore punk music and the crazy cartwheels and spin kicks we would do in, at punk shows. So I know I've known you for about 10 years, but I have no idea how or why you started capoeira. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I think I was chosen, man. I started with my friends. I just started practicing capoeira, not doing because we do not do capoeira. We live capoeira. I started to live capoeira because of my friends. We were already friends, and I've always saw one or two or three of them in the neighborhood passing by with instruments, berimbau, pandeiro, and then we started training. I started in 2006, and just like you, I or a little bit worse, I am a punk till today, and then I was inside these movements too here in Belo Horizonte of anarchism and actions, direct actions, antifa, anti-racist fight, and everything like this. And I already played in some bands too, just yelling, all that stuff. And I was a skater too, a skateboarder for
Okay.
12 years before I started capoeira. Then I started because of my friends and just like training, and then I'm till today.
And so was Terreru the first group that you belong to? Were those the friends you're talking about?
Yeah, I have many friends that already was practicing capoeira for more than 10, 15 years. And then they got out of their groups and then started Terreru. I'm like a son of this project, you know. We
Okay.
we are not actually a group, you know, man. We are a house, a school, you know. We are friends that are studying and living capoeira for many years. Understand?
Yes, sir. So I bring this picture to you today because this was a small workshop that you organized for Cabasa, right? Cabasa was, or still is, one of your first teachers, correct?
Yes.
So I've really enjoyed, like I put in the description for this event, I met you at a roda in Santa Efegenia. Before, I think it moved to the park after. I'm not sure. We'll talk about that. But that's where I met you guys, and I was one of my first like street rodas that was more about like vadiação than porrada, if you will. and I remember that being a very different thing for me. And then shortly after, I met Pedro as well. But so let me put this back up there. I brought this picture in because, as you can tell, I'm wearing my Maryland. This is our flag from Maryland, which is where Baltimore's from, right? It's on my pants. I have my jacket,
This,
my
this
cup,
crazy pants.
my everything.
Your crazy pants. I know this crazy pants, man. You have a lot of these. I have something too, but not as crazy as yours. You know?
Everybody in this photo almost has crazy pants. So that's why I really like that. Really like that photo. So what more can you tell us about? Because in the screen here, right? I have you representing Terreru, and then Herança Ancestral, which is your like samba project.
Yeah.
So when you say Terreru is a house, and this question comes because, right, capoeira in the United States, usually it's like oficina, mestre high, there's fica, mestre cobra mansa. There's very specific groups with a very specific master and like lineage, like the line and the family tree, if you will. Does Terreru have that same kind of concept?
No, man, because imagine a bunch of friends, each one had their livings, you know, and then get together to keep studying capoeira in a house, like a little bit hidden, you know, but we have our references too, our masters that we consider our masters, but it's a lot of people, you know. It's like 15, 20 people here now, and each one has had their masters, you know.
Okay.
And then after 2006, we decided to study the old capoeira from Bahia, the traditional capoeira Angola. Nowadays we say capoeira Angola. Yeah. And then we have some masters as our references, you know. It's they are the persons that teach us till today. One of them is Mestre Lua Rasta from Salvador. that is the bridge to our bridge to meet other great masters of Bahia, old masters of Bahia, you know. And then we had a presence, a strong presence, many years of Mestre Moa and Mestre Jaime and Mestre Ivan and Mestre Felipe from Santa Amaro, you know, and another older ones that each one had their lives, you know, and we just put these livings together and keep living, man. Studying capoeira, keep living. It's a different proposal from a group of capoeira. We have no graduations and nothing like this, uniform, certificates, events. No, we don't do events, we do livings.
Vivencias.
Yeah, vivencias.
Okay.
Yes, man.
So one of the things that it kind of made me think of, and this might not be true. So this is a question I ask you to teach me something. But this idea of, just a bunch of people coming together, maybe in a house or from the same neighborhood, it has the feeling of the Maltas from Rio. Is that an accurate kind of correlation, or not really?
Yeah, I never thought about this, man. But yeah, it's a malta, it's a bando. É um
Right.
bando. It's a bando, you know. We are part, some of us, not all. We are part of the bando anunciador of capoeira angola de rua from Mestre Lua Rasta, of Mestre Lua Rasta. Understand? And then we are like a bando. We like a group of friends. We are not a group of capoeira group. It's a friends group. You understand?
Okay. A friends group who does capoeira.
And does now, lives, practices. Because capoeira, man, it's already ready. It's already ready. It's right to say this, yeah?
Yeah,
it's
you can say that.
Yeah. Mestre Bigodinho always told this to everybody, that you don't do capoeira, you practice, you live. Understand?
Okay, for sure.
And the herança started when I was going to give capoeira classes out of here. Understand? Out of Terreru. Then I started giving capoeira classes and samba classes too. And then this samba, this band, I don't know how to say, started, and when I started studying, we still today studying with many masters. And if I would say the names, I'll be here like one night just saying the names of the elders, man, the ancestors. It's a lot of people.
So it's where are I know Mestre Lua Rasta is in Salvador. Okay, and for those of you that don't know Mestre Lua Rasta, you can find some videos of him on YouTube now. Not many, because he's not a big fan of taking pictures or having his rodas filmed. So if you do find some videos, they're usually from maybe the early 90s, the late 80s. But he's in Salvador. Okay. Where, like you mentioned Mestre Moa, Mestre Ivan, Mestre Felipe, these aren't super common names for yet. As more gringos study, they're starting to learn more about some of the older mestres, but these aren't very common names for people because they're outside of the Mestre Bimba and Mestre Pastinha lines. Right, because FICA's huge, especially in Baltimore and Washington, D.C. FICA's really big. Mestre João Grande, obviously, is close to us in New York City. So these other guys, where are they from?
They are from Reconcova, man. Reconcova of Bahia, And Mestre Felipe and Ivan are from Santa Amaro. Santa Amaro is a city that was the city that born Besouro and Gato Preto, Cobrinha Verde, many mestres, Vavá, Vivi, Popó, many mestres, Ferreirinha, and then these ones that are alive to today, like Felipe and Ivan, learned with these mestres, with some of them, not at all, but some of them. And then Mestre Lua that made this bridge, to present us to these old masters, like Bigodinho too, in Bahia, And then I started to go to not just to Salvador, but to Santa Amaro, to Cachoeira, to other cities to meet this, to live a little bit with these people. Now we have I met Lua here in Belo Horizonte in 2007. I was 1 year of capoeira training, and I met Mestre Lua, Mestre Ivan, Mestre Tim, Budião, Morto, Saputi, Marijô. That was the band from Bahia of capoeiras that participates on a festival here that's called FAN. It's a Festival de Arte Negras. Understand? And then we now we have like more than 10 years of friendship, and it's I think it's a kind of a different relation with the master, with your master, because we are not his students. We don't train. We are not there every time. They are in Bahia. We are here, but we are going and going back, and they come here too and go back and come again, and all these years talking always. And I'm pleasure to be a friend of Mestre Felipe, that is 93 years old, the oldest master alive today, with Ivan and his family, and Mestre Lua and his family. That's it, man.
So yeah, I just want everybody to know. So here's Amarelo with Mestre Felipe, right? From he's in Santo Amaro, correct?
Yeah, in his house. I was there this time. I've been in Bahia many times, but this time was in 2015 with Pedro Campolina. We were traveling to study culture too, coco, samba, capoeira, and we passed by Mestre Felipe's house.
So one thing
That's
that's let people know is we were able to participate in a vivencia 2 weeks ago with Mestre Felipe. One of the positives we can say from the COVID pandemic are these opportunities where we can use technology. Because I've never met Mestre Felipe. He's 93. I don't know when I will be able to get to Bahia. So to have that vivencia that was recorded of him playing berimbau and singing songs was really nice. And I'm looking forward to seeing that video online. Going forward, hold on one second. Here we go. Okay, so can I show a small video from Herança Ancestral? It's not great quality.
It's go, man, go there.
Let me see here. It's from 2 years ago, right? Boom. Let me see if I can do it. Oh no, that's not how we do it. Learning technology, man.
Yeah.
Share video. Oh, there we go. Samba event. I just love
What
that.
about this? Was it here in
Yeah, it was at
Terreru?
the Terreru. Yeah, that was
Uh-huh.
2 years ago. I don't remember when exactly in 2019, but I took that tall white guy. A lot of people there asked me if that was my father, and it wasn't. It was a teacher, director at
Ah,
this.
now I remembered me. What a crazy shit, this guy.
So I
This is
took.
samba. This is samba, you know. What can I do? What can we do? Just receive well. The guy was with a good energy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he left. He left like immediately when the pandemic happened, um, which was unfortunate because he was always up for fun. And then I think the next time when you had what's her Mestre Zelia do Prato, was that
Yes.
was that last year? Or, no, 2019 or last year before pandemic.
Last year, in the last day before the lockdown here.
Right. Yeah, I remember there was another gringo lady who was my boss at school that went to that same event, and she talked to everybody about the atmosphere of Terreru, everybody playing. Lou was cooking tapioca with traditional flavors. Like that whole experience for both of them, just like
Yeah,
blew their mind, man. Because that's
yeah.
so. Like I'm going to talk more with Pedro about samba de coco,
Mm-hmm.
but what I'll be honest with you, and this happens a lot with the gringos that just want to train. They want to train capoeira. They want to do capoeira. Okay, so normally what happens at the end of a capoeira roda, samba de roda, or sometimes maculele. So I've heard a lot of gringos say, "Oh man, I just want to train capoeira. What is this other stuff, man? Just capoeira." And I'll be honest that samba de roda for me, when it's a bunch of people together, I don't have the knowledge to tell the different beats apart. So to me, it just sounds like chaos sometimes, which is why I really like samba de coco, because it has that deep, the alfaia bass drum I love. But I see you say no, man. So what would you say to these gringos that are like, samba de roda? No, I want just capoeira.
Go to your house after capoeira, man. Get out and go to your house if you don't like it, because capoeira will open your mind and open the doors for you. If you don't want to enter, you go to your house, go back. What can we do? I started capoeira side by side with samba de roda, because we have this culture of us after the roda do some batuque, some samba, just even if it is just a little bit, just to play a little bit. And then I started to get involved in study like I was studying capoeira in the same time, capoeira, samba de roda. And after I met Pedro, I started to study coco, né? Coco de roda, because
Mm-hmm.
coco has a lot of variations, and samba de roda has a lot of variations too inside of this name. Understand? Like when you say samba de coco, there are no alfaias, bombo. Understand? There's just I don't know how to say, but it's not a alfaia. It's more pandeiro and ganzá. Understand? And tamanco.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of difference different cocos and different sambas that we have to study, you know, because when it's like you said, when you don't know, you hear, you don't understand. It looks like the same thing and just burugudum, and that's not it. You know, that's a number of instruments, good people playing that has
Hmm.
capacity to play. You know, the beats. Each one has his function to do. Understand? And then get all together to the ritual. You know, the samba, the coco, capoeira, and then that's it. I think uh, this is normal to happen with Brazilians. This happen, you know. I don't like
Hmm.
samba. I don't like capoeira. I don't like samba. Don't like samba. One day you will like me, because samba is inside of capoeira. You
Hmm.
know, it's samba is inside of capoeira. Singing, you know, it's inside of capoeira, playing, and then you have to understand a little bit of samba too, if you want to get lower, deeper inside capoeira. You know, this is
Hmm.
my opinion.
Because they share a lot of the same songs.
What?
They share a lot of the same songs,
Yeah, yeah, of
right?
course. I
So,
learned this uh, with Mestre Bigodinho, with Mestre Felipe, with Mestre Lua,
hmm,
that learned with Canjiquinha too. Understand? Then we keep going, man.
so I have a question for you, if you don't mind me sharing. I know that Terreru is having a rifa, a raffle, correct?
How do we say rifa?
Raffle.
Raffle.
Yeah.
What the
Oh,
fuck, man? A raffle, então. It's not
raffle.
a rifle. It's a raffle.
No, raffle.
Not a rifle.
Okay, hold on one second. Let me take that down. So, a
Yeah,
raffle
man.
here.
We are doing this raffle, because our house is closed for more than 1 year because of
Hmm.
this fucking pandemic, and then we are selling this for 40 reais. That is our money. I think in dollar this is like mm, $8 or $10. I don't know,
Yeah, about more or less.
more or less. And then if people there in states or in the whole world want to buy. And if you win, and then you have to pay for, or how can I say, for us to send the instruments.
Yep, exactly. So you can pay for shipping. So my question,
Yeah,
did you make any of these instruments?
yeah, man. These instruments, look, this one, the first one, it's like a berimbau, a black
Hmm.
berimbau viola. I did this one, and agogo, the next one was my friend Dani Moraes.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And
actually, several people. We have some of his panderos in our organization back in the States, and an
yeah,
alfaya from him. Uh-huh.
nice, man, nice. And then he made this agogo, and then this tambor was Mestre Lua Rasta,
Okay.
that made this many years ago, and our friend, one of my teachers, Riscadinho, gave us and to the raffle, and then Dani reformed is all right, reformed this tambor of
Yeah,
Mestre Lua.
people
Fixed,
understand. Yeah.
fixed, yeah. restored.
Yeah,
Restored.
restored, refurbished. There you go.
Yeah, yes. And the other one is like two chances, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The other chance is an other berimbau. It's a berimbau gunga. It's in a lower tone, you know. And then pandeiro. This pandeiro, Riscadinho gave to the raffle too. And
Okay.
Dani made this all the stuff like in the tambor. And this reco, I made this with bamboo and the head of cabaça, you know.
Yep. Actually, I think you were making that heko when I came to talk to you about doing this conversation. You were working on that at the
Yeah,
time.
it's something that I learned with Mestre Ivan, and then I'm doing in my ways, you know. I'm testing and doing in my ways and learn something with Mestre Lua, and then it's like another instrument that has a head we call hikazaka, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'm always changing, man, trying to do original things, you know, and not to copy anybody, and trying to to do what I want and like free, you know.
So before we move on, just want anybody that might be watching, contact information for Amarelo on Facebook or for Instagram are in the description for this video on YouTube and Facebook. Zap, that's the way that Brazilians talk about WhatsApp, which is an application.
WhatsApp,
Okay, so if you'd like to get in
WhatsApp, man.
contact with anybody in regards to this, the number's there. This video will be up, so you can check it out later as well, or you can send either one of us a message. Okay, because I just saw that today. It says there's only 100 chances, so I have to get in real quick to try to get those.
You are professional, man. I'm seeing like my photos and put there, put this, and then I'm liking.
Yeah, man,
You
you
know?
gotta. That's the gringo way, right?
The gringo way.
So, did you make both the beating bow for that raffle?
Yeah. And the woods, that black one, Danny gave to me.
Okay.
It's from here. It's from Serra do Cipó. It's not Piriba. It's Pau Pereira. It's another type of tree, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because capoeira, berimbau has to be a Piriba. No, there's a lot of different woods here. We have just to study to study to understand the forests, you know, and to talk and live with the old ones that live in the wood, you know, man, in the forests, in how can I say country?
Yeah, you can say in the country. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the country. There we have to. If you want to understand about the trees, you have to study. Like you have to study capoeira and mathematics and everything, you know.
Okay, I'm glad you. Thank you for connecting those two things real quick, because I need to. Okay.
It's about the topics there, you know. I know.
So hopefully that comes through. I gave a presentation at the federal school in Ribeirão das Neves about mathematics that can be used in capoeira. And one of the things that I talked about was that there are different woods, which using the different types of wood from different areas could change the sound of the berimbau because of density and things like that. But here's a list of some of the wood that I have seen used by people to make berimbau, right? So we have Biriba from Bahia, that's the big one. I had a teacher from Actually, I think I have one hanging behind me that's made from guatambu. So there's a lot of different woods, and you just said pau pereira, which I need to write down.
Ó, guatambu aqui, ó. Esse aqui quem fez foi meu mano Neguinho Mandingueiro. Ele gosta, ele ama essa madeira. Odeio Biba aí dizer ele, mas ele ama essa madeira.
What?
Ele fez um birimbau. I'm saying Portuguese, man, but it's for Neguinho to understand, you know.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you say that because I also know how to make birimbaus, and I've sold many birimbau in the United States. But I also, when I see somebody, you know this because I've been asking you for 8 years to make a trio. But that's a different story.
Put that photo again. Put that photo again, please.
Of the
with
wood?
The names. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. But it's nice to see. When I saw you posted a video of playing that birimbau from Neguin, and it's nice to see somebody who makes birimbaus supporting another artisan from the the community. I was going to say the scene, but we don't usually talk about the capoeira scene. It's the punk scene, right? Hold on. Here we go.
I saw 2 names that I want to ask you. Tecum, Bahia. Tecum, what's it? It's like Chikun?
Yes. Did I spell it wrong?
Birimbau of Chikun?
That is what I was told by people at Mercado Modelo.
Rapaz, I never saw Birimbau Chikun, but Baqueta,
right?
Mestre Ivan makes Baqueta, you know, of Chikun. Mestre Felipe makes knives, you know, knives.
Right.
And then I never saw Birimbau of Chikun. And the other one is that I'm from here, from Minas Gerais, and I never heard this name to Canudinha. This Canudinha, qual é de mesmo? What's up with Canudinha?
That's a wood that some people from Sete Lagoas have used. That's what they called it. So
nice.
You know?
Nice. It's okay. The same woods in different regions they call in different names, you know. And then that's why we have to study to live with the people who know. Understand?
Yep. Sure thing, man. Oh, hold on 1 second.
There's a lot more than this, but it's okay.
Yeah, it was for high school kids, Amarelo. They didn't need to know all of the information.
Yeah,
I talked about a lot of stuff for them. Okay.
Well, you have to talk for them to understand what is capoeira, because capoeira is not just training and roda. You are right.
So before we talk about street rodas, I'm glad you came with the whistle today. Why do your whistle?
Ah, o apito aqui, ó.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So I know that's in we hear it in Mestre Lua Rasta's CD, his record, right? Many people in street holders use it. Why? Why do you have the whistle?
Man, that's a difficult question to answer. You know, but what I know, it's that in Barracão of Valdemar, there was a person just to use this, you know, and it's like a referee in the football, you know. but he doesn't interferes in what is happening. He just like how do I say? Dá o aviso. Dá o aviso.
Yeah, to alert. I think that would be to alert somebody.
Alert, or the master that is singing, like, yay, and then start to sing. You know, but this like referees, just like do this alert, you know, and before start singing and to go to the Campo de Mandinga, to the vadiagem, understand? They do 3 times. And then if something happened there that is wrong, that the masses people are not liking, go again to stop, you understand? What I know is this, but I don't know if I'm talking shit, you know, man.
No, there's so many stories that come from some things. You know, I was just curious if for where you got it, if being connected to Mestre Valdemar, that's something to put in my pocket for later for some information.
We hear this in the old audios of Mestre Valdemar, of Mestre Ira, of Mestre Caissara, of Mestre Ananias too. Understand? There was a lot of old masters that used this. How do you say this? Apito?
Whistle.
Whistle. É
Yes,
isso
sir.
mesmo, entendeu? É isso mesmo. There's a lot of masters that use this. And then this is something like from original people from here, indigenous people. This one is from the tribe Pataxó. The light here is not so good, you know, man. But this one is from the tribe Pataxó. From Bahia.
I've taken a few of those back to the United States with me before. Before we move to
I like it very much. I like it very much because I like the old things that most of people don't give attention, you know, and then to continue these things, these knowledges, you know, to not die. I like this apito because of this, you know, that you don't see it almost anymore anywhere, man. You don't see anybody using this. Understand? And then I like to maintain, you know.
So, have you seen this book, Capoeira Escrava?
Yeah, but many years ago I read this.
I mean, it's very, very thick. I'm slow at reading Portuguese, but in here it talks about how the whistle in Rio was banned. It was illegal because so many capoeiras and ladrões, people, you know, robbers on the street, would use the whistle to alert that the police were coming before beating bout with cavalaria. So I really like that it's anti-establishment, like roots from capoeira instrument, and there aren't a lot of people that use it. So
what I know from Bahia that this is not related with alert of police. This was related in the ritual of the roda of the circle, you know, with songs and games and this stuff.
So before we talk about the Roda do Parque, we need to talk about some Rodas de Rua. Okay, I don't know if you can read this on your. I think, are you on your phone, Amarelo?
No, I'm okay. I'm free.
Okay. No, I mean, are you watching and making this on your phone? Because this might be really small to read on your phone, but it's a comparison of your and my, because we started capoeira around the same time. I started in the end of 2005, came to Belo Horizonte for the first time in the end of 2006.
Yeah.
So we have for a lot of people, right, that are gringos in the United States or Europe, what they know about street rodas, right, for the most part today is Praça da República, because those are the ones that are really, kind of famous on YouTube. But
because of the videos now.
Exactly, because of the videos you can see.
But this roda who started was Mestre Ananias. The time that was not videos.
Right.
Just small videos, but it's okay. What can you say about this? That it's the only roda I didn't go to today.
No,
that I
there's
wanted to go. And there's another one, Cais do Anápolis.
Yeah, man.
What roda is there?
You don't know that one?
No.
It's in Maryland, man.
It's your roda there.
I can't believe you've never been, man.
You are ousado, hein? You are ousado. I like it now. When I go there, we are together in this roda too. Nice, man.
So it's kind of, and I'll give props where props are due. Having visited your rodas from Terreru and then going to Praça Sete and seeing all the different groups together, I started when I moved back to the U.S. in 2014. So it was only a couple of years where I had this roda going on. But Anápolis was one of the first slave ports. Okay, and one of the first. Basically, it's like Mercado Modelo of that region. Yeah. And every year there's a festival to commemorate Kunta Kinte. I don't know if you've heard that name before, but there's a famous story from Roots. Raízes was a book and then a TV show. And the story goes that he was imported and sold there in Anápolis. So that's kind of, even though my organization and where I grew up in Anápolis, but it's a very rich city. So it's not really a place where I wanted to start my nonprofit, my ONG. But it also has this very deep history. So whenever you come visit, we'll have a roda down on the Cais do Anápolis, because it's right next to the water.
Anápolis. Tô nessa. I'm inside, man.
Your sister,
me and then I go. I go with you, man.
Yeah, man. Your sister says your sister says hello. She was dropping some comments on YouTube.
Hello, Jamile. Qual é, cabeção? Tá de mesmo. Passando vergonha aqui pouco, né? But it's okay. It's okay. Let's go.
We had
what
one
do you
more.
Want to know about street roda, man? Roda de rua?
Well, I want to know. I want the people to know about your roda, because to understand Terreru de Jesus, you have to go there. You have to go to Duque de Caxias. I haven't been, but Praça da República, all these places you have to kind of go to really know. But your roda, and I say your because of it's been, from what I remember, you.
No, your
and
mean ours.
Our roda. I mean, yeah. I show up and take videos and post videos on YouTube, and but you show up and you make the bateria and sing all the songs.
So man, it's because of the day you went there. Because who started this roda was Teimosia.
Okay.
Who started this roda? But playing berimbau in the streets and to get together to vadiar. There's our roda. It's a little bit different from these other street rodas too. because of many things. But one special thing, our roda, we have a lot of years inside capoeira, but we are not masters, and but we have our masters, and some of these rodas from started like this with young people too, and then they become masters. But today everybody is master, and then in every roda there's a lot of masters, unless in the roda do parque there's a lot of mulambos. But I'm not talking with disrespecting ourselves, it's with proud. We are proud to be inside of capoeira, to have the blessings of the old ones, to start our work here. This roda is street roda, and it's dangerous. Appears all the stuff, and it's a serious thing. But our masters went there too many times to keep saying for us to keep going, understand, and that's it. And we started to play in berimbau, and then started to appear friends and more friends and more friends of other schools, of other groups, of other regions. And then you said you met me here in a square in Santa Efegenia, like near Terreru, in a roda. We had these two because was a Saturday in park, Saturday here, Saturday in park, Saturday here. Understand?
Okay.
For some years, it started 4 Saturdays in the park, and then we are like doing this, and then we decided to do just 2 in a month in the park to continue with like 2 rodas in the first and third Saturday of the month, in the morning, like 11 in the morning, and it's a good place. And then that many stories happen in this roda, man. Many masters, our masters, and the masters of Belo Horizonte too, and Rio de Janeiro, and people from Caxias, and of many countries. You and Jose Pedro, that's a friend of Terreru that is in Montevideo, in Uruguay. Understand? And more people, and it's like different, either because we have like a collective conduction of the roda, It's
Correct.
like the roda, it's not of Temosias. Teimosia is not a mess. The roda, I'm now, for many years, I started to to go with the battery, the berimbaus, all this stuff to the roda, understand? But the roda is not mine because of this. I do this because I'm in Terreru. The instruments are here. I treat them. I know how, which is which one, and then I do this work, because I want. It's my work. It's my responsibility. But the roda is not mine. The roda is ours. And then when I say ours, I remember Teimosia saying, ours is the people. The roda is of the people, man. It's not just ours that are conducting, the old ones of the roda, or ours just the capoeiristas. No, the roda is for everybody. And then you see a lot of moments that kids come by, and then with the eyes like this and play, and old people go to watch, stop, and then many people, even policemen, stop to watch the capoeira, man. That's it. This roda has already 14 years, and we celebrate the birthday with a banda anunciador here, playing instruments in the streets, get inside the park. but with this pandemic shit, we didn't do last year and this year too, unfortunately.
So I'm not going to show any videos right now, but on our YouTube channel, which some of you are watching this video on right now, there are actually almost like 80% of the videos that I have posted on our YouTube channel at the moment are of Roda's, I think your 11-year anniversary, and then the Roda with Mestre Guara. But so if anybody wants to see any of these videos, I don't know if either of them have one of the classic Amarelo Siriguejo batalhas or not, but they might be there. You can check them out to see the energy, hear the people in the background, people walking by. Because street Roda has a different energy and vibe to it than, you know, your one group style Roda or your Roda inside academy or school. So you can check those out. Amarelo, I don't want to keep you too long. One of the things I want to ask you about, because you're very, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say strict, because that's not like you come and like slap our hands, but you're very traditional with your music sometimes, right? You like you said, Mestre Felipe, Mestre Ivan.
Strict, right? Boring. Yeah, man.
So when how I'm asking this question because I want to talk about this song you wrote, which you sing. You don't really. I haven't seen you sing it too much in the Roda, but you do write songs. I guess maybe more for samba and coco, right? But seem very strict on the capoeira side. Are you as strict with music for these other traditional? Because all of these rhythms kind of came from the Terreru, right? So there's very much a ritual and a history behind these styles. That when I say, oh, people just want to train capoeira, they don't realize that the roots of capoeira are also in the Terreru with samba or with coco or also with candomblé, which I'm not going to talk at all about because I know nothing about it. So are you as strict with the other genres of music as you are with capoeira, or when and how do new music can enter or not enter? I was just kind of curious about that. If you want to talk about it, if not, that's okay too. Because that could be your...
você tá me complicando nessa pergunta aí, viu? You complicated me. It's like I like old things, you know the old stuff. If you wanna say traditional, okay, for people to understand. I like to maintain these things, and then this is the same in capoeira, samba, and coco. I like to sing the old songs of the old masters. It's what I like more, and to play the instruments, the berimbau, the pandeiro, and all the instruments, just like the old masters played, or a little bit closer, at least closer, man. At least close. The closer I want the closer, you know. And then it's the same thing in these three manifestations. But in coco, I create more music. I write more because we have a group. It's like a band. It's like another feeling, you know, man. And in samba, I write too, but I actually almost don't sing my songs in samba.
Okay.
Just when I feel, when I need, you know, I have my verses too, but I sing just the old ones, just the old ones. Capoeira, just the old ones. And sometimes I sing a corrido that I made recently that is fresh in my head, or a ladainha that I made like 10 years ago, and like mixing with the old master's verses, you know, with mine, with Teimosia's verses too, because I learned with my friends too, not
Mm-hmm.
with them. And then I I have this thing. I don't have a unique style, you know. I have my yellow style is like a mix of all the masters I lived, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
all my friends too. Then, but I know what I'm playing, what I'm singing, what I'm doing every second. You know, I know when I do a beat in the birimbau, I know that the variation is from Valdemar. I know that the other is from Gata. I know that the other is from Ananias. I know that the other is from Lua. I know that the other is from Ivan because I study these messes a lot, you know, in the music part either. And I worry about this because the music starts everything, you know,
Mm-hmm.
singing and playing for the ritual to go well, for the games to roll well, and understand. If you don't dominate the music, the roda will not be good, man.
Oh,
Understand? And that's why I am chato. How we say here in Brazil, chato. It's like boring, but not in a bad way. It's not in a bad way. It's boring in a good way. Understand? Not to just to keep the music good, you know, for the roda keep going, okay, and that's it. Just this, just a little bit worry with capoeira, with the ritual, you know.
so so your sister said os velhos estão aqui vendo Rosemary,
My tia, my
papi,
aunt, my
papi,
dad, my mom,
papi, pa-
my
papi te
sister.
vendo. So I didn't. It wasn't me who said you were chato. Everybody, remember, wasn't me. I didn't. I didn't say
Ah,
that.
no,
But
you. I have a problem with you. That is this problem. When we go to play in some occasion, in some roda, you always you always want to beat me, man. That's not right, you know. And you have to calm down. And then if you try to beat me, I will beat you. And then Birimbau will call, and then Roda will finish, and that's not good. We have to play a little bit more slowly, calm, understanding. You have to stop to trying to beat me. I give you this
okay,
this this vision.
I have a proposal for you then. Okay, my proposal to no longer be so violent against you. So I want to want to show you something. You're still there, just not on screen. Okay. So actually before I do this, every summer like this, except last year, the past 5 summers, my organization and we go to the top of a mountain in a state
Mm,
called Virginia for a music festival. Okay,
mm,
a world music festival, but most of the music's like capoeira, so country, bluegrass, bunch of genres that people here don't always know. But one of and because we're a nonprofit, right? Our nonprofits for education, um, through capoeira, right? We have performing art, visual arts, math. We're with other nonprofits, and there's one called Appalachia Voices. Okay, so I'm going to show you this shirt. I picked it up last year. Okay, it says "Speaking Up for the Mountains." Okay, because in Virginia and many states, is a very shitty situation, like here in Brazil, where they just destroy and take the tops off of the mountains. Okay, so one thing I really like, and here's my proposal for you. I want to learn your song, Não Mineiro Não. And actually, it's probably Mineira. Actually, I don't.
And não minera.
Mineira, right? This is saying no mineiros.
Mineiro no, minera. Minera com A, with A in the end.
Like that with the space.
How can I say in English about these fucking companies, man, that destroys the environment?
Like Vale, mining companies.
Mining.
Yeah.
These fucking mining companies, man. And we had some crimes. Brazil, it's a country of crimes, man, since the beginning. We had some crimes with nature here, and then before one big crime here in Minas Gerais, in Mariana, we were going to play with Coco da Gente, that is the band I participate with Pedro, in a place in a federal university that was calling about mining, you know, and then this song appeared to me in my head, in my heart, and then I did this like in the bus coming back home from a capoeira class, and then I was in the bus and like thinking, and I did this song, and then we played this for the first time in this event of anti-mining too in this university. And then that was it. And then after like I don't know, 1 or 2 weeks, and then happened this crime here in Mariana, you know, with this fucking companies of mining. But what do you want to know? You want to play?
You don't have to now. I don't want to put you, what we'd say, put you on the spot and be like, play now, man. But what I want to do is definitely get the words for you later, because this summer I'm going back to this festival and I want to be able to sing this song for this organization.
Nice. So we have to sing this song all over the world, and if we try to translate it for you too.
Okay, we can. We could do that too.
I never saw anybody singing Coco in English. I will not sing, but I can help you to sing. Okay.
I think we'll be good with Portuguese. Oh, hold on. Antonio,
I saw people play singing music in Polish, man, in capoeira, but I don't know. I don't know. I didn't understand. It's like they don't understand our Portuguese too, but capoeira, it was born here from African origins, and then the people who want to study capoeira has to study our language too.
I know the struggle. Eu sei como que é.
Yeah, you know. Right? I know you know.
So would you mind singing? So now that I said you don't have to, I'm going to ask you on live TV. Would you mind singing the song for me, man?
Let's go, man. Não minera não, doutor, não minera não. 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 Destruir as montanhas, fizeram buraco no chão. Devastar as florestas, que dor no coração. Poluem os rios e os mares para a exploração. Oh, que coisa mais feia, meu Deus, essa mineração. Não minera não, doutor, não minera não. Não minera minera não, doutor, não minera não. Não minera não, doutor, não minera não. Minera não, doutor, não minera não. Destruir as montanhas, fizer buraco no chão. Devastar as florestas, não sobrou nada não. Poluem os rios e os mares para a exploração. Quanto vale a vida, meu Deus, não vale nada não. Não minera não, doutor, não minera não. Não minera não, doutor, não minera não. Minera não, doutor, não minera não. Não minera não, doutor, não minera não. Salve, Siri, Justin, Siri. I like the series, man. The series are going well.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you for that. So, what I will need from you, man, because I'll get you a T-shirt. I need to know what color and size T-shirt you wear because
Yellow, man.
Yeah. What a dumb question. I'm sorry.
Yellow, man.
So I should have known, man.
Or black.
Okay.
That's my two colors. Understand?
Because that will be that. Speaking up for the mountains, that's a great song for that. So there's. Hold on, let me see here, real quick. The last thing, not necessarily. Hold on, let me see here. I don't want this to play yet. So this is I showed this clip for Pedro too. This is just one of those. I have very few clips of capoeira because normally I'm playing, or like with us, I had one clip and I lost it of you conducting koku, but I wanted to show this one because it ends with you being you. You're always like so energetically happy.
Me being me.
Yeah, man.
Olha, nós vamos na velocidade máxima aqui então, hein?
Always so energetic, man. And it cuts off. It cuts off.
We were playing with the kids, you know, to stop the music and sit in the chair and all these things. And this is another thing that is related with the other question back there when you said people like I don't like samba. It's like coco. You go to study coco and then you know a lot of different cocos, and you know a lot of other cultures too. This is like a rhythm we call here folguedo de roda.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not coco, understand? Mm-hmm. And then you have to study this too, like you have to study a little bit of ciranda, understand? You will study some time a little bit of maracatu, you know. It's cultures from that region, you know, man. How can I say northeast or northwest?
Yeah, northeast. Mm-hmm.
Northeast and north, and you know we have a real rich culture here in Brazil. You know, from that came from the wisdom of African black people and indigenous people, caboclos from here, that we already were in this land, you know, man, the owners of this land, and with Africans. And then we have a rich culture here because of all this mix and struggle, you know, against racism, against this system all the time, like trying to kill these people, you know, to kill this culture, but they they are here till today, and they open the doors for us to get inside their cultures if we know how to go and how to be there in our position. You know, we are not the elders, the masses. No, the masses are the black oldest people, women and men, understand, and the indigenous peoples. These are the masses. You know, we are just students.
So, Amarelo, I would enjoy talking to you for a much longer time, but I think I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told Mestre High. Okay, is that we're going to stop with what we've talked about, and when people want to know more, they have to come to your workshop in Baltimore when we bring you up for
nice.
For samba.
I remember Bigodinho. That's one of the messes I met, and I had a big connection in a little period of time, you know, when I was in Bahia. And then he used to say like antes o pouco continuado do que muito de uma vez, né? And then for translate this, it's like it's much better a little bit than a lot. How
at
can
one
I
time.
say?
Yeah.
At one time. Yes, it's like
aos
this.
poucos, right?
Aos poucos, just a little bit. Cabaça 6, né? Na tetinha da vaca. Só o melzinho. Just a little honey, you know, miss. Just só o melzinho, só.
So before we go, Amarelo, I want to make sure everybody remembers about the Rifa, right? That's going on right now. Okay, trying to raise money because, right, a lot of the guys there live from capoeira and some other stuff, but a lot of cultural production has been squashed because of COVID. So when there's no events, there's no classes, there's no parties, people struggle. So not only are you going to help Terreru out, but you can get some great instruments because everybody involved with making those instruments is fantastic. Okay, not going to say a master of that because I know I'll get I'm not a master man. So, but everything there is great. Thank you very much for being here tonight, really, Amarelo. And let's see.
I say thank you to you, my friend Justin, Siris. This series are nice. Sorry, and thank you very much. And I would like to go to Baltimore when this fucking shit pass, and it's okay. You can count on me, you know, for giving what I can to you there. Okay, and then I wanted to finish this conversation, this talk in English with you with another conversation with playing the instrument that is being part of my life more than 15 years, that I learned to do with my old ones. And then we can if you want, I would like to finish this thing playing.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
that sounds perfect, man. Yeah.
And you can even ask for the beat you want.
Oh man, now you're gonna put me on the spot.
No, here we say put on fire.
But okay, here we go. Toque, toque, toca sim, toque Idalina pra mim.
E balinha. Vambora, então. Vou terminar com um toque, que é meu predileto, e do Mestre Ivan também, lá de Santo Amaro. E salve, Siriguejo.
Salve. Valeu. Thank you very much, Amarelo. And thank you, everybody, for joining in. That's been Amarelo and me, Siriguejo, for Capoeira Social Project. Feel free to ask any questions, leave any comments, and we'll be back next week to continue our series. Actually, next week is going to be 2. We'll have one on Saturday and then one on Monday. So thanks for being here, everybody. Ciao.